Hey gang, Jason here for the love of tractors. Welcome to Dogtown. Woo! She looking rough, right guys? So I don't think it's any secret that I had some really serious health issues, and then my mother had some really serious health issues, which basically took us away from town here for nearly 6 months. So this is what happens when things get neglected for a while. And then I don't want to say unfortunate because it's always kind of fun to get new toys, but we were continuing to buy for inventory, for shows, for customs, for things like that. And so things just started piling up. And so here's kind of the overflow. Now, here's the awesome news. I'm going to have some more time in the future to work on this, to get things straightened out, to have fun, to do how-to videos, and all of that fun stuff. I kind of hinted about that a little bit on some of the Evansville videos, which, by the way, there are many more of those to come. So the first thing I want to do is ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't. The second thing, leave questions below on the how-to videos, particularly display-related, that you'd like me to try and show you this summer. And I'll do my best to do that. I also have some custom how-to videos, so don't worry if you guys are in, or if you're here for the custom tractors, we're going to have that. And then there's going to be plenty of real tractor content coming too. Got more real tractor shows, antique tractor shows, things like that coming up. And actually in a few days headed to Timewell, Illinois, to one of my favorite shows of the year, and it'll be great. So though I'm sure there'll be some awesome tractors there. Anyway, so I've been working on this field here, and I think I've said before, this field is kind of a representation of a real field where we're at, obviously smaller, a little smaller, a real field out by the farm, but most of these trees in modern day today are gone because of the flood of '93. Actually killed them out. But I always thought that field was neat and cool, and it's interesting because it actually sits up, like this field, it sits up higher in elevation than the surrounding fields. As you guys know, where we farm is in the Mississippi River floodplain here in Illinois, and it's kind of one of our highest fields, so it's I don't know, just always thought it was interesting and unique for whatever reason, and it has this big drainage ditch on the side. This is pretty true to life, and all that. So that's kind of what this field is after. There's some changes coming to this field. When I first did this, I had made this little dirt road as like kind of a field access road from the house. That's actually going to go away. That's going to be yard. As you can see, we've got the house in the foundation, and there's some tractors that don't belong there, but they're there for right now. And what's going to happen there is we've got all sorts of neat stuff to basically plant a garden, to do landscaping, to kind of get this part of the display back to where it should be, to get it looking good, get this house in place, get it looking good, and all of that. So I'm pretty excited for that, but that means this little dirt field is actually just going to be grass, or I may do a little driveway to about the front corner of that house there, just as a little place to park a car if you want to park close by to the house, instead of having to park off to the side or, over in a shed or whatever. Eventually there will be a garage here. We're working on that. So, and then, this is kind of going to go, and then this will get trees as well. The trees serve a couple purposes. One, like I said, the real field had those trees before the flood, but two, it just kind of separates the scenes a little bit. And so when it comes time to take pictures of custom tractors, like, say, this beautiful International right here with the custom planter back there, it just kind of gives you more options for that. So anyway, I was actually working on this corner of the field today. I put down some of that underbrush, and I'm just experimenting. Nothing's permanent yet. And then I put some kind of deadfall back here, and I piled it up like maybe we had a storm or something, came through, blew a bunch of limbs down, things like that, and they got piled up in the corner over there by the old Aiden Ford that you can see rusted up in the corner. And then, of course, there's the field entrance. Again, pretty typical to the field that this is modeled after. It kind of goes over a small little ditch there at the end, coming off the gravel, and then just kind of a little lane coming up between the trees. So that's pretty good. I don't think I had considered putting in maybe some shrubs or bushes and kind of encroaching on this crossing a little bit. You guys might let me know down below what you think of that. But I want to make sure that some bigger equipment can still get through there because, even though the field is modeled circa 1993, which we would have been using tractors like this back then, that would have been our big horse in 1993. Actually, funny enough, along with one of these fellas. The obviously the farm is modern times, so we're gonna need room for quad tracks basically. So I think you guys have, I think I, probably several years ago now did the tractor lineup video, and you guys I'm sure saw the quad tracks that will be on display this winter. I will do another one of those just to kind of catch up, plus a couple things have changed, and just to kind of get back going. And everybody, the goal with this display is this winter to have it done so that we can start doing display journals and fun things like that with the display. Now, what's got to be done here? Obviously, this field here is a mess right now, storage mess. But after that's cleaned up, that field's pretty well ready to go. Back in the corner, I've got some trees to get on the hillside still. And I want to finish the waterfall, which is coming along okay back there. And then put some vegetation around the waterfall, things like that, just to dress that up. But as far as the barn scene and all of that over there, that's pretty well ready to go. I mean, it's in a little bit disarray right now, but that's looking pretty much like I like it. I mean, the barn's incredible. We've got kind of our little hangout with our chairs and things over there. I think that's perfect. That's pretty much exactly how I want that scene to look. So once the waterfall gets where it's got to be, I think we're in good shape. So then that brings the question of this giant field back here. And I have made this, I don't want to say mistake, but I've done this before on displays where I make a pretty good sized field. I think, well, that way I can have big equipment and it looks like it's in a big field. But here, at the end of the day, when you scale 1/64 down to a 4x8 sheet of plywood, that's not very much land. And then, so my mind goes to, would that be better served back there as something else for the farm? Maybe grain bins, something like that. Now, if you guys have been following the channel along for a long time now, you know that my wife and I designed this table so that we can have pull-out displays under it, and we can have multiple displays. So originally, I was going to have one entire board, a 4x4 board of grain bins. But I think the farther along I go in this, the less realistic that seems. So the plan, I think, I've been kicking around and I've been drawing it up a little bit in 3D, is to maybe put some bins back there. I don't want to go hog wild on the bins. I don't want like a big elevator system back there, but I would like to get some, maybe one of the big standy bins and then maybe two of those smaller standy bins like the one you already see back there. Run like a DCM dryer system, vac system to it, and just kind of detail it out and make it look nice. I kind of think that's where I'm at with that. And then, depending on room and things of that nature, I'd like a small shed for combine storage back there. So, that's what I'm thinking so far. Anyway, guys, this video's already like 8 minutes and something, so that's Dogtown. A little bit of a mess, I know. It's a lot of a mess, actually. But good things are coming. I'm here. I'm ready to work on it. For once in my life, I actually have a bunch of toys built for a toy show, so I don't have to like hustle around and build toys right now. I just have to kind of build consistently for toy shows. I don't have to like make sure I knock out 5 this week or anything crazy like that. So that's where we're at. Let me know what you think down below. Ideas always appreciated. I just love hearing what you guys think. What are you working on too? Always love to hear that. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Happy tractor hunting.